Okay. So, Dr. Armitage. This is scenario 1A, extracurricular activity. Dr. Armitage is worried his colleague, Professor Warren Rice, might be in trouble. So he has asked for your help in finding his friend. He seems unreasonably nervous about his colleague's disappearance, considering Professor Rice has only been missing for a matter of hours. Set up, do all that stuff. Oh, by the way, Tony, because I cheated, there's a squid in the bag now,
You
too.
cheater.
Depending on the following circumstances, a different version of the faculty offices should be used for this scenario. If it's the first scenario, we get the night is still young. Otherwise, we use it is late. The hour is late. So we use the hour is late. The night is still young is RFG'd. Set the following cards aside out of play. Jazz Mulligan, the Alchemical Concoction, the Experiment, Professor Warren Rice, Dormitories, and Alchemy Labs. Put the Miskatonic Quad, Orne Library,
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
the Humanities Building, the Science Building, and the Administration Building into play. Oh, and the Student Union. So the rest of the locations. Each investigator begins play at the quad. Shuffle the remaining encounter cards into or together to make the encounter deck. So yeah, all of these get shuffled, and then that's the resolutions. So suggested placement for extracurricular activities is Orne Library top left, my top left, Miskatonic Quad center, Science Building up here, Humanities, Student Union, Administration. So the hour is late is set aside as well, or the faculty offices is set aside. Okay. This one is RFG'd forever. Okay, that is the setup. We begin at the quad. We need to shuffle that stuff together. Read the act and agenda and all that good stuff.
Big old deck.
So, extracurricular activity, I have a bad time saying that word, extracurricular activity. Skull is -1 if you fail, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Cultist -1, -3 instead if there are 10 or more cards in your discard pile. And the squid monster, which I added to the bag, is -X. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. X is the total printed cost of the discarded cards.
Ugh.
Milan, 8. I took Duder McFace Morgan and put him in my deck. If that's
Oh,
okay
how much
with you.
experience did we get?
Oh shit, we need to, 5. We need to upgrade our decks. Well, this will be cut out of the YouTube video. Okay, we are in Miskatonic University, presumably. Yeah, we are. You have arrived at the Miskatonic University campus in search of Professor Warren Rice. Classes are over, and a mysterious silence hangs in the air over the quad. Quiet halls. 7 doom to advance.
Act 1A, after hours. Professor Rice was last seen several hours ago by one of Armitage's students in the Humanities Building. 3 investigator clues, so 6.
6 clues. Woof. Hopefully I'm going to be able to help. Probably not, though. All right, let's get our cartas. I like him. I don't like you. That can go bye-bye. Actually, let's just keep this one and draw 4 more. 1, perfect. 2, solid. 3, 4, Well, actually, okay. Maybe. Okay. That definitely That mulligan definitely made my hand better. So are these connected orthogonally? No, these are connected. That's connected. This is not, or no, that's connected. What isn't this connected to? That's connected to that. It's connected to that. It's connected to that.
This is connected to
everything. Yeah, okay, that's connected to everything. This is connected to these. Yeah, it's... Oh, no, this goes back to the quad. This is not the student union.
There's something here.
Right.
Or no.
It's more like this, right? Because the student union is connected to plus and equals, and there is no equals. So the student union is only connected to the quad. The science building is connected to the quad.
And something else.
And something else. The administration building is connected to the quad and something else. So these are all connected like in a triangle. But these are not connected to each other. Mm-hmm. Big old barrier between those two. All right, so we're at the quad. Surrounded by fences and gates of wrought iron, you can't help but feel as much a prisoner here as a guest. 3 shroud, no clues, action, resign. We can't find Rice anywhere. You leave the campus hoping Armitage will forgive you. All right, so we need to start getting clues, right? Mm-hmm. What's the plan, Stan?
Well, I think I'm going to play my research librarian.
Okay, what does that do?
Reaction. After research librarian enters play, search your deck for a tome asset and add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck.
I'm going to go get that Necronomicon?
Yeah, no.
It's a tome asset.
It is a tome asset. But what I'm looking for...
is your archaic glyph so you can research them? Or the old book of lore?
The old book of lore.
Okay.
Oh, and add it to my hand.
Hand, yeah, you still got to play
Ooh.
it. How are you going to translate those glyphs?
I'll get there eventually.
Okay.
Plus, I've got a meat shield now.
It's true. She can soak 1 damage or 1 horror for you.
Excuse me. Just because it's a research librarian does not make it a her. It's an old fart.
It's an old dude?
It's an old dude.
I'm thinking of the
research assistant.
The research assistant, yeah. That is a her. And that's like increases your max hand size and draws you a card when it comes into play. Really useful for Norman.
Action the second, I'm going to go up to the science building.
Not the library?
No, I've been there enough.
Okay.
First, after science building is revealed, put the set aside alchemy labs in play. When you fail a head test in the science building, take 1 damage.
All right, so that says, a trail of viscous ooze snakes through the halls of the science building's first floor, leaking down into the basement. The alchemy labs, the door leading into the alchemy labs is locked. You cannot move into the alchemy labs. A pungent stench rises from the laboratory downstairs. The silence of the hall is broken by the unmistakable hiss of a burner.
All right, and then action the third. So I played, moved.
Investigate.
I'm going to investigate, committing deduction.
All right, you're sitting at
and that's
6 on 2.
On 2.
And that's just the regular old deduction, which just gets you 1 clue if you succeed.
1 additional clue, yep.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey, it's not an auto fail.
And I don't have a tome out.
Aw, well, that's okay. It's still 2 clues.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Where would monsters most likely be? Because that's what I'm looking for.
The administrative building.
The administration building? All right, that's where I'll go. But first, I'm going to get out Greta Wagner. That's all my resources. But I get +1 fist after you defeat an enemy, exhaust her, and deal 1 damage to her. Discover 1 clue at your location. So that's how I can maybe help. I can punch things and deal damage to her and get clues. And then, sure, you said I should go to the administration building. Mm-hmm. Around the aged administration building, creepers of ivy climb from the ground in an effort to claim it. The old hall stands alone in an isolated section of the campus, apart from the day-to-day bustle of students. Administration building, 4 shroud, 2 clues. Forced, after administration building is revealed, put the set-aside faculty offices in play. The door leading into the faculty offices is locked. You cannot move into the faculty offices. Forced, at the end of your turn, if you are in the administration building, discard the top card of your deck. That doesn't sound fun.
I'm out.
Yeah, do I just move back to the quad? I was like, I found some clues, Daisy, they're over here. Ugh.
That big scary building is big scary in a building.
Yeah. So the faculty offices, you cannot move into the faculty offices. You come to a locked door at the top of the stairs leading to the 3rd floor of the administration building. Through its frosted window, you believe you glimpse a shadow darting across the hall. Or maybe it's just your imagination. All right. Yeah, my 3rd action is going to be to just move back onto the quad because I don't want to be in there discarding my boxing gloves. Or maybe it's my weakness. Who knows? Anyway, that's the end of our turn. We are both flipped. Monsters go.
Monsters are done.
Yep, we both flip back over. It was my weakness, son of a bitch! I should have stayed there and I would have discarded it.
You dummy.
Oh, man. I mean, that's just 2 actions to discard it. All right. I get a resource, though. I still get that. Where's my Nathaniel Cho card? He's all the way over there. Okay. All right, that was our turn. Mythos phase time. Doom on the sheet. How do you keep getting all the Doom and Clue tokens? Give me some of these. What do you got?
A Yithian Observer.
Oh boy, something I can punch?
4/4/3.
I can punch him.
Monster, Yithian, prey, fused cards in hand. Forced, when Yithian Observer attacks you, discard 1 card at random from your hand. If you cannot, Yithian Observer deals +1 damage and +1 horror for this deck. It is a victory point.
Victory points are good. Can you evade him? No. Do you need me to come punch him? Can I punch him? Oh, but when I deal 1 or more damage to an enemy, I take the damage? I can put it on Greta. He's got 4 health. Ooh, I don't know if I mean, it'll take me a while to kill him, but I can maybe kill him. All right, well, let's see what I draw. I've got Eager for Death. Test head 2. Increase this skill test difficulty by 1 for each damage on you. Well, that's currently 0.
That's helpful.
So head 2. I'm testing 3. 3 against a 2. If I fail, I take 2 horror, which is not good. -3, I fail. 2 horror. Greta, you're going to soak 1 for me, and I don't want to kill her, so I'll have to take 1. Ugh. So what does he do? He does 1 and 1, and I discard a card at random from my hand if he attacks me.
He doesn't retaliate.
He doesn't retaliate. I'm just going to take damage from this guy. Like, that's just going to happen because I need to go up and kill that thing.
I mean, if I go first...
Do you think you can evade it? That's the question.
Not comfortably.
But see, what I would have to do is I would have to move... Engage.
And attack.
And punch.
Let me try to evade him. I think that's a reasonable...
Okay. Yeah, you're 2 on a 3, but if you've got a manual dexterity, then that's a 4 on a 3.
Yeah, so I'm at -1.
And if you evade him, then that gives me another turn to, like, get ready.
Yeah.
I can, like, discard this, try to find my boxing gloves or something, you know.
-1 or better.
+1.
Hey-o.
Solid.
And I get to draw a card. This is great.
This is... Where are all the... Oh. So where are all the auto-fails? You're just drawing +1s and elder signs left and right.
Okay, so that was...
Is he a hunter?
No.
Oh, he just stays there.
Yeah,
and I can go up and kill him if I feel like it.
Right.
For a victory point. So, Or if we need to get into the alchemy labs.
Action the second, Old Book of Lore.
Okay.
Action second part 2.
You're going to get yourself a card.
And then I'm going to move down to
The quad.
Miskatonic.
All right. Well, I think my turn is going to be pretty boring. I'm going to discard my self-destructive for 2 actions, and I'm going to prepare for the worst. Try to find my boxing gloves. Search the top 9 cards of your deck for a weapon and add it to your hand. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, a 8. I haven't found it yet, by the way. Boxing gloves!
And you say I'm getting good draws.
Oh, boy. All right.
Not that that was necessarily a good draw, but it was a...
I mean, unfortunately, I don't have the resources to play it. Like, my next turn is also going to be like, resource, boxing gloves. Like, you know. So that was my turn. I'm flipped. The monsters go. He doesn't do anything because he's exhausted. During the upkeep phase, we ready. So technically it goes ready actions first. The mini cards gets flipped. Then ready all exhausted cards. Then we get a Carta and a resource. And then we check hand size. Carta, resource, and Doom on the sheet. 2 out of 7.
Ancient Evils. 3 Doom on the sheet. Ancient Evils.
Whippoorwill, aloof hunter. Each investigator at Whippoorwill's location gets -1 to all stats.
Ugh.
And he's aloof, so he's at the quad. I will have to, like, in order to kill him, you know what?
We just ignore him?
We can ignore him, but what I can do is, like, I can move to, like, the humanities building, and then he'll follow me. And then I punch him and use Greta to get clues. Because he is a hunter. So, all right, that was the Mythos phase. I don't want to punch him here because I have Greta.
Well, why don't you get them here then?
Because at the end of my turn, if you are in the administration building, discard the top card of your deck.
No.
Yeah, I mean, that is 4 Shroud, though. I guess I can sacrifice the top card of my deck to help out the team. So my first action is going to be move into here and flip a clue to a Doom. My second action is going to be getting a resource. There's no reason for me to investigate because I would be at 2 on a 4 and literally nothing would succeed for me. Not even the Elder Sign. Do I get a third resource or do I get another card? I've got a lot of cards in my hand that cost a lot of money, so I'm just going to get another resource. Move, resource. At the end of your turn, if I'm here, discard the top card of my deck, which is a counterpunch. Okay.
I'm going to Orn Library.
The Orn Library is a labyrinth of dusty bookshelves and poorly lit halls. That's a victory point.
I'm going to spend 1 additional action to investigate the Orn Library. What?
Okay.
So, I'm going to Old Book.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Didn't you just let her out?
Yeah.
Is this a victory point? This isn't even a victory point, but it is a high shroud location.
4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So that was
Wait,
action.
can you go lay down in your bed?
Come here. Come here.
All right, whatever.
What's wrong, you goober?
All right, so that was your second action, right? Because you moved?
Mm-hmm.
No, you moved and you booked.
Yeah, so
So you still have 2 actions.
first action. We need, what, 6 clues?
Yeah, I can get 1 after I kill the whippoorwill. You've already got 2. If another enemy spawns on me here, I can get both of these.
I'm going to action the second, just investigate.
That cost you both of your additional actions. You might want to go take her out again.
Yeah, I'll finish my turn and take her up.
Okay.
So I'm going to investigate. I've got a 5 on a 3 for actions second and third. -2 or better.
Auto fail.
Hooray!
All right, that was your turn?
Yep.
All right.
And yep.
So the monsters go. Whippoorwill's going to come down here to me. All right, you can go let her out. We'll take a quick break.
Back in a few minutes.
All right, let me flip my card. Get your card and resource before you go. Or I'll just draw them for you. Card, resource, card for me.
Just in case.
I got them.
It's...
Oh, just in case it's the Necronomicon. Or the other one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break while we let the dog out. Ugh.
Who let the dog out? Okay. So we are at the Mythos phase.
Yep, we need to put a Doom on the sheet.
Doom on the sheet. I am at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm at 8 cards only. Oh look, a whippoorwill.
Oh, that's fine. Although you do get -1 to your books for that.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Ancient Evils. 5 out of 7 Doom on the sheet. All right, can I punch this thing?
Yes.
It's got 2 fight. I've got 6. I probably don't need to play my boxing gloves now, because although if I do play my boxing gloves, I can go get a thing.
And what is this thing you'd go get?
A spirit,
Ah.
which my deck has a lot of them. So I could go boxing gloves, engage, fight, which would get me a clue. And if, yeah, I think it's useful to play the boxing gloves now. So play the boxing gloves. Action to engage the whippoorwill. And wait for the camera to stop being a bitch. Okay, the camera's no longer a bitch.
It shuts off again. Call me a bitch, will you?
Right. All right, fighting the whippoorwill. I've got 1, 2, 7 fist, -1, 6 fist against a 2. -1. It's dead. So, after I defeat an enemy, exhaust Greta Wagner and deal a damage to her to get one of my clues. Okay, unfortunately this is going to happen again. I'm going to discard the top card. But also, after you defeat an enemy, exhaust Boxing Gloves to search the top 6 cards for a spirit and then add it to my hand. 5, 6. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's
That's the one I want.
Yep. It may or may not have had a lot of colored in pips. End of my turn. So I guess after I'm done shuffling this deck, I discard the top card of my deck. I'm actually hoping that the Mythos phase spawns me an enemy here that I can attack in the GTFO and pick up both of those clues. All right, that's my turn. After I shuffle, discard. No, my brother!
My old book of lore is, I forgot to untap it.
Yep. Oh well, my brother. I like Greta better than you, Randall, anyway.
That's awkward. Okay, well, I kind of don't want to be here right now.
Okay.
Until I can get more than one clue at a time.
All right, so you want to head down to the Humanities building?
Yeah.
Professor Rice was last seen in the Humanities building, teaching one of his Latin classes. The murky windows of the weather-worn structure emit no light, and the night is silent around you. The power is out, plunging the building's halls into heavy darkness. There is no sign of Professor Rice. 4 clues. At the end of your turn, if you are in the Humanities building, discard the top X cards of your deck, where X is the amount of horror on you.
That's fine.
So that was action the first.
Action the second. I had to move to Miskatonic. No, that was action the
they're
first.
connected.
Haha.
Yeah.
Sweet. Fast.
Get out a magnifying glass.
So
Okay.
still action the first. Action the second.
Uh-huh. Now what do you want, dog?
No. You went out, you got food, you got water. No. Okay. So those guys are kind of... I think I'm just going to investigate.
All right.
So I'm at
6 on a 3?
6 on a 3 for action the second.
Elder Sign, and it's actually an Elder Sign this time.
So I get to draw a card for the tome I control.
Uh-huh.
That is a success, so I get a clue.
Yep, we're at 4, and we need 6.
And so now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So you have to discard 1 if you don't play 1. Or commit 1 to the test.
I'm just going to straight up investigate for action the third.
Okay.
That is again a 6 on a 3.
-4. Should have committed whatever the fuck was in your hand that had a book on it.
Well,
Instead of discarding it.
I'm going to fast grab a... do I save that for the Force Shroud?
If a monster spawns on me, I can get it.
I'll take the one
So you're
free
going to work
clue.
a hunch. Okay. Do you want an old book? Or
I mean, I'm at 7 now.
So, yeah, it's
I mean,
not
I still
worth
might
it.
as well because
Or-
I can get 9 cards in my hand, and whichever one is least useful.
discard, yeah. You can't discard it.
If I pull it up as I search the top 3 cards of my deck,
Uh-huh. And then you can put it into your hand, which would immediately put it into play.
no. But if I don't pick it,
If you don't pick it, it gets shuffled back in.
right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, how many times have we searched our deck? Like, it happened to me 2 or 3 times, and you now just once, that we found our weakness while we're searching, and it's like, nope, shuffle it back in. Shuffle it down. But I'm lucky, I got my self-destructive weakness early and dealt with it right now.
Right.
Before there were really any monsters that needed beating up.
So that was my old book of lore.
Yep. I think that's the end of your turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the monsters go. Whippoorwill's going to follow you around.
That's fine.
He just sits there and looks ugly. I was about to say pretty, but...
Yeah, pretty. Ugly.
Yeah, pretty ugly. All right. Get our actions back. Unexhaust our stuff. Get a carta. Get a resource.
6, 7, 8, 9.
That's 7.
Oh, I need to get my resource. That is actually going to be helpful.
All right. 6 the doom on the sheet.
What do I discard?
Oh, you've got to discard still.
I think I just discard my Kniffy.
Yeah, that's probably the safe play. Excuse me. 6 the doom on the sheet, and time for encounter cards.
Light of a Forgamon. Pact Power Peril.
Oh boy. There's no surge?
No.
Okay. Damn.
So you have 1 clue.
I have 1 clue and you have 4 clues. I don't know what you're deciding and I can't help you make the decision anyway because of peril. Oh. Attach it to either the agenda or the act. Treat all damage. This thing's going to advance in 1 turn.
That's going to advance sooner.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Sounds good. I've got a locked door. Attached to the location with the most clues without a locked door attached. The attached location cannot be investigated.
Actually,
this is
put it here.
Okay, put it
Put
there.
there.
All right. You cannot investigate
Yep.
that location. It's the victory point,
I know.
but it's also the double action.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Okay. Okay. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
Don't worry, man. I got it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 cards in hand.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I might go up and punch this Yithian.
Do you want me to go first in case this
Does something. Yeah. If we're going to advance the act after you get those clues, then yes.
Okay. I'm going to move here.
You're at the Orne Library, and there's a locked door.
Drawn to
but
the flame.
you're drawn to the flame.
Draw the top card of the encounter deck, then discover, not investigate.
You're not
discover
investigating. That's
2
correct.
clues at your location. Offer of power, pact, peril.
Yeah, you either have to draw 2 cards and put 2 doom on the sheet, or discard a clue or something like that. I forget what it is.
I will take the 2 horror.
2 horror.
Yeah. Because I'm only going to take 1. I've got 9.
Oh, your research librarian's not useful anymore?
No, I mean...
Because it's only a come into play effect.
Yeah.
And so
the
we
1/1.
soak the horror for you.
Yep.
Drawn to the flame gets you those 2 clues.
And I'm going to spend all 6 of my clues immediately.
Oh, you've got 6 yourself. Okay.
So that is not an action.
No.
This goes away.
Uh-huh.
The head janitor.
Fucking Jazz Mulligan.
You were unable to find Professor Rice, but one of the students you spoke with mentioned a strange man entering Rice's office. Unfortunately, the door leading to the faculty offices is locked at this late hour. The student says
I know. I'm over here.
that the head janitor, Jazz, might be able to let you in, if you can find him. Shuffle the encounter discard pile and the set-aside Jazz Mulligan into the encounter deck.
Okay.
2A. Rice's whereabouts. Concerned for Professor Rice's safety, you seek out the head janitor who can let you into the locked sections of the campus. Action. Spend 1 clue. Discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. Top 10 instead if there is 1 player in the game.
Okay.
Forced. If you discard Jazz Mulligan for any reason, resolve his revelation effect. Objective. When you take control of Jazz Mulligan, advance.
Okay. Rice's whereabouts. All right, so we need to search the encounter deck for Jazz.
So that was action the first and action the second.
Yep. I might come over to the humanities building.
He's going to move.
No, he's not. He's a hunter. And I haven't gone yet.
Oh,
So,
that could work.
yeah, I can come over to the humanities building and Greta can get me a clue. I would have to... I won't attack him this turn because I would have to engage him unless I have that card. Let me see. Do I have that card? No, I don't have that card.
Oh, boo.
What?
Let's say I could move back there and let you Old Book of Lore, but I have to... It has to be during my turn.
Yeah.
So I guess I just Old Book now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What's your next play going to be? I mean, do we want to get the humanities or... We haven't gone to the student union yet either.
This isn't a victory point.
No, but we need the clues to do this.
Right.
This also is not a victory point.
So that one we can just kind of ignore. Those two and those are going to be easier.
Yeah.
And that goes, if I remember correctly, the student union goes to the dorms.
It does.
Which also has clues. So I'm going to go here and then Old Book of Lore.
Okay. And that's your turn. Did you get the Necronomicon again?
Again.
Nice. Just keep shuffling it down. All right, while you're finishing your turn, I'm going to go 1, 2 over to the Humanities building. I'm not going to engage the Whippoorwill yet.
What's wrong? You're fine.
Do I want to go up and punch this Yithian? No, because I want to be here to be useful. Actually, I can do this. I can spend my clue that I have to discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck to try to get Jazz. So let's do that. Okay, spending my clue to discard the top 5. We got Ancient Evils. That's a beautiful card to discard. Yeah. Ancient Evils. That's a beautiful card to discard. Terror from Beyond. That's a pretty good card to discard. Light of Aformogonon. And a Thrall. No Jazz, but we got rid of some shit. 2 Ancient Evils is big. Yeah. Imagine that was our next Mythos phase. We put the 7th Doom on the sheet, advance. Ancient Evils, Ancient Evils.
No bueno.
All right, that was my turn. Ugh. At the end of your turn, if you are in the Humanities building, discard the top X cards of your deck where X is the amount of horror on you. That is 1. Greta, no!
No. Oh.
A second Greta. She's both...
It's the evil imposter! What have you done with the real Greta?
Yeah. All right. Draw a Carta. Get a resource. I'm at 8 Cartas.
I'm at 9.
So you got a discard. Mm-hmm. We have never had this problem before. But we've never played the Librarian. Or no, I didn't play Daisy my first campaign, did I?
Mm-mm.
No.
You looked at her and you were like, tomes? No.
Yeah, well, because we only had the revised core set, and the tomes were the Old Book of Lore, and I think, is Encyclopedia a core set?
I'm going to discard my flashlight.
Okay. All right. That's the end of the upkeep. That's the end of the upkeep. We should be... The monsters go. We skip the enemy phase, but he doesn't do anything because I'm at his location, and he doesn't do anything because he doesn't move.
That ready's up.
Mm-hmm. 7th Doom on the sheet causes the agenda to advance.
Oh, I'm about to have some fun.
Are you? Something stirs. The university is dead silent. The shadows coil about your feet as you walk, and you swear there is something following you with each step you take. Yeah, it's this fucking Whippoorwill.
Or the Yithian Observer that's just sitting in the science building like, ooh, this is a handy experiment.
Yep. Is it just your imagination? Or is there really someone or something stalking you? Each investigator with 5 or more cards in his or her discard pile.
That's both of us.
That is both of us.
Just barely for you, but...
I've got 5. Takes 1 horror. Greta, if you... I could sacrifice Greta, but that's how I'm getting this clue. Each investigator with 10 or more cards in his or her discard pile...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Takes 2 horror instead. If the players have completed the House Always Wins, advance directly to Agenda 2B. So we're skipping 3 turns, essentially. So we're also now reading An Experiment Gone Wrong. A cry of fear echoes through the campus, and several students flee from the eastern side of the university, where the science building can be found. Could this commotion be linked to Professor Rice's disappearance? If the dormitories is not in play, put it in play.
Damn, I was going to say, if the dormitories never comes into play, can he get to the dormitories?
So this is attached to the student union. Down there. Let's scoot all this stuff up a little bit.
You might need to skip the Whippoorwill.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll evaluate this afterwards. If the experiment is in play, it is not, move it one location towards the dormitories. If the experiment is not in play, spawn it at the science building. So the experiment is a 4/7/2 massive, 3 investigator health. So it's got 13 HP. When the enemy phase begins, ready the experiment. If the experiment is defeated, advance to Act 3B. We skip all the way. We say, fuck Jazz Mulligan. 2 victory points. And he spawns in the science building. And now the Beast Unleashed. Agenda 3A. Some kind of wild creature is on the loose. Whatever it is, it appears to be headed towards the university dormitories. When this agenda would advance by reaching its doom threshold, which is 2 doom, instead remove all doom in play and move the experiment one location to the dormitories, towards the dormitories.
That's right.
If the experiment enters the dormitories, advance. So, yep, we need to either kill it or get Jazz Mulligan to advance the act. So I can't engage, well, I can't stop it from moving. Like, it being engaged with me doesn't stop it from doing this. So, can I deal 13 damage to it? It does 2 and 2. Like, I've got a lot of horror on me already. Can I deal 13 damage to it? I mean, I've got a lot of punch, but not, I don't know if I got that much punch. Okay, that was the act advance, or the agenda advancing. Now we gotta draw 2 more cards. Jazz Mulligan. Oh boy. That's not a treachery.
But
you can't order protection the monster.
Why not?
All right, and I get Terror from Beyond Peril. Oh, this is all bad. All of these choices are bad. But I think it's going to have to be asset. No. It's not going to be... Oh, God. Yep, it's got to be asset. Choose one of the following card types. Asset, event, or skill. I am choosing asset. Each player must discard each card in his or her hand that is of the chosen type. So buy physical training, buy flesh ward, buy Dr. Morgan. But
by hyper awareness.
Okay.
Meh. Holy Rosary.
Oof.
Encyclopedia.
Oof. And Milan.
Daisy's tote bag.
Oh. I mean, looking at my hand, events and skills would have been much worse for me. And if we gotta kill that thing, I need the events and skills in my hand.
That hurt. That hurt real bad for what I was hoping to do.
Sorry. Let's see. He's not going to move this turn. And I don't particularly want to be up there with the Yithian Observer and the Experiment at the same time. Is there a way, like, I'm going to have to kill him. Is there a way that you can help out? Plus, there's this Yithian Observer. Can you get away from that Yithian Observer so I can come up here and kill it?
That's what I'm hoping to do.
Okay.
But if I do this, that's going to trigger
an attack. 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
4 on a 3.
You evaded him. Cool.
And I get to draw a card.
Yeah.
So he's...
And I can come up and just punch him. I'll leave the whippoorwill alone. And I'll come up and kill that guy. That guy's more important than this thing. Although this thing is going to follow us around and give us minus stats, but them's the breaks. If only I had Dynamite. I should have bought some Dynamite.
Action the second.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm going to free this.
Free
with
book of
my
lore.
old book of lore.
Okay.
That might actually come in helpful at this point.
You got a mind
So
over
that
matter.
was-
I got a plan. That was your free action.
So I have two actions left.
Yes. Yeah, Greta might be tanking some hits. I need... the only bad thing, getting rid of that flesh ward hurt if I'm going to be tanking hits from him. What's his evade? His evade's only 2.
Action the second.
Scrying?
Exhaust Scrying, spend 1 charge. Look at the top 3 cards of any investigator's deck or the encounter deck. Return them to the top of that deck in any order.
Okay. So you're going to try to get the... You're going to try
Action
to get Jazz?
the third. Or just be able to...
Like, make the Mythos phase not dumb?
Okay.
What do you got?
I am going to draw first. So
Yes,
I've got...
you draw first. What do you got? Like, we can discuss this.
So what I think we do... We've got 2 Visions of Future Past, Test Head 5. For each point you fail by, discard 1, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, discard the top card of your deck.
If you take this...
So that's Surge. I'll get another Visions of Future Past.
Oh, and then I have to discard...
So what does this do?
You're going to get one of these.
Yes, regardless.
I can get rid of that.
So you can... Well, but if you get rid of that, it gets rid of Surge as well. Or no. What does Word of Protection say? I think it's cancel its Revelation effect, which means it still will have Surge. So put Beyond the Veil in the... Oh, that's the take 10 damage thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But Revelation is putting it into your threat area.
Yeah.
So you're going to get rid of that, do a Visions of Future Past, and I'm going to get a Visions of Future Past. That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay.
So that order?
Yes.
So you're drawing Beyond the Veil, and then we each get a Visions of Future Past. Okay. So that was your last action?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to give this exhausted Yithian Observer the old 1-2 punch. +1 fist for this attack. If you succeed, you may fight that enemy again with +2 fist and +1 damage. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, 8 fist on 4. Skull is -1. Okay, so when you deal damage to an enemy by an event or a fight ability on an event, deal 1 additional damage. So that's 2 damage on the Yithian Observer. Now, 1-2 punches, you can fight that enemy again with +2 fist and +1 damage. So I'm at 9 on a 4.
So if you run away from this guy, does it...
It exhausts him, but he will still move.
But I mean, no, like if you are in the same space as him and you move to a different location, does he get
It will
an
do an
attack?
attack, yes.
Okay.
It will do an attack, but it doesn't move with you.
Okay.
All right, 9 on a 4. +1. Yithian Observer is diggity fucking dead. He's a victory point.
No, so he is.
I'm not going to exhaust Greta because there are no clues here, but I am going to exhaust my boxing gloves to search the top 6 of my deck for a spirit. 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably this one. All right, so that was my second action. My third action might just be resource because I've got cards in my hand that I need to spend things to play. So let's see. What's going to happen? So he will move during the Mythos phase, which is fine.
Right.
So we can sit here. The whippoorwill. I might take a turn to kill the whippoorwill because he's going to move into our location next turn. Yeah. Okay. My third action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in hand. Do I play this?
Good thing there's not a set detector. Whoa.
Do I play this? Probably not. I'm just going to get a resource as my third action. And that flips me. Okay. Monsters go. Here's a whippoorwill into the quad with us. Those two sit there and do nothing. We ready up. Ready up all your shit. Get a Carta. 2,
And a
3,
resource.
4, 5, 6, and a resource. And we got all the clues from there, right? So we haven't been down to the student union yet. Doom on the sheet. Do you want to head down to the student union and see if there's clues and maybe we can find Jazz?
I don't think he's going to be able to help us with the monster.
But he might be able to get us into there. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, look.
Ward of protection.
Yep.
So it still
Still
has
surge.
surge, but his the revelation of putting it into your threat area does not happen.
Test head.
Okay.
5. I have head 3. I might be able to just negate this entirely
4, 5, 6. Oh, that's a lot of stuff to commit.
on a 5.
So
And if I
6 on a 5.
And if I succeed, I draw a card and heal the 1 horror I just took.
Yeah, I don't have stuff I can help you commit.
I
don't have
mean,
any head.
You're just
I'm
anticipating
just
this
gonna
card.
fail. Yeah, I'm just gonna fail. It doesn't matter. I don't have any head. -1. That succeeds. Beautiful committing. So heal a horror. Camera! All
So
right.
you heal a horror. I pass the test. Draw a
Draw a
card
card.
for gets.
And then, oh look, I get the same thing. I don't think there's anything that can make me pass, but I guess I still need to draw it because the squid monster could do bad things. 0, that puts me at 3 on a 5. I fail. Discard the top card of my deck.
2.
Top 2? The
Wait,
top
how-
card of your deck. Oh, for each point you fail by. Yes, okay. Flesh Ward's gone. Get Over Here's gone. Oh, it's a non-elite enemy. He's definitely elite, yeah. Okay.
Get over here.
All right, you want to go into the student union?
Do you want Old Book of Lore first, or do you have enough cards? I've only got 3 right now.
Do you want an Old Book of Lore? I mean, I will never say no to more cards. I got 6. And let me calculate how much damage I can do to him. So let's see. I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage to him with the cards in my hand right now.
I could potentially do 6.
Okay. And he's at 13, so that's enough. So which would you rather have? You get a card or me get a card?
Me.
Okay, take it then.
Because there's one card in particular. Oh, look, the Necronomicon.
Did you really draw that again? Jeez, old Pete. Dog seems to have settled down. That's good. Maybe we should fall
just
asleep.
take that.
Okay. Although you know what that means. If this card is in play, the Beyond the Veil, that means there's another one in there. Oh, you've got scrying. That's right.
I don't know if I do it this time or not.
Well, we drew all 3 of them.
Right.
It all depends on what you want to do. If you want to go down to the student union, get clues, and then you can
Well, so
try to get Jazz,
If we kill that,
it advances automatically.
no.
Yes. right?
No.
Yes. If the experiment is defeated, advance to Act 3B.
Oh.
Which is...
Act 3B.
Act, which is the back of the final act card, which will have a resolution on it. That's the end of the scenario if we kill that thing.
So, if we go through all of the scenarios, do we end up at this situation anyways?
If we go through all the acts?
Yeah.
I'm sure that on the back it'll
There's
say...
others, but...
Yeah, I'm sure that on the back it'll say, if the experiment was defeated, blah, blah, blah. If you did something else, blah, blah, blah. It's probably going to be a different resolution.
I'm going to scry.
Scry the encounter deck, okay. Excuse moi.
Another Visions of Future Past. An Ancient Evils.
Get rid of the ancient evils. Put that last.
And a Revelation.
A revelation.
Or a Peril.
A peril. I mean, I still get to see. We can still discuss these. So, oh,
That's attach.
that thing we can put it on the agenda. Which
And then draw the Ancient Evils, because it's going to advance it anyways.
no, because we draw these cards after we put Doom on the sheet. So, I still say fuck Ancient Evils. What does this
Put
say?
it at the bottom.
I mean, that just means that all damage is direct damage and all horror is direct horror. So I can't put stuff on Greta. Oh no.
So he's going to move this turn.
He's going to move in the Mythos phase next turn.
To where we're at.
To where we're at. I'm going to punch this Whippoorwill to get rid of his minus effects. Which will also get me another spirit. And then we can start wailing on him. So I honestly think that Ancient Evils is the worst of those, so that should be third. And then whether you want to test Visions of Future Past or me, I mean, I've got...
This is my, third action?
This is your second action.
Second action.
Because you Old Book of Lord. This is your first action. You Old Book of Lord, and then you Scried. You have 2 more actions after this.
I'm going to have to move to set up for this.
That's fine. I can handle a turn with him by myself. Probably. Although, okay, anyway. Ancient Evils third,
on the bottom.
so that we don't draw it next turn.
Okay.
And then, give me this, because I've got more cards in my deck.
Okay.
And then you take this one where you just attach it, the one that doesn't really affect you. Okay.
And what are we going to attach it on? The Beast Unleashed?
Yeah, because this is going to advance.
But it doesn't. But it doesn't go away.
Oh. Treat all dim. Oh. So then this one...
We need to find Jazz.
We need to find Jazz.
So that was my first action.
Okay.
Here's
so we
my
put it on the act. Second action.
I'll head down here.
2 clues. After the student union is revealed, put dormitories into play. Well, it's already in play.
So I can heal 1 damage and 1 horror.
And it's only got 1 shroud, so should be easy for you to investigate.
So that was action the second.
Yep.
Action the third. Straight up investigate. Woof.
That's a succeed.
By 1.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I was like, woof. Oh, it succeeded.
Rarely does drawing the -4 result in a
Without
success.
committing
Without
anything.
committing anything, yeah.
All right.
All right, and that's your turn? Okay, my first action is going to be engage the Whippoorwill. Second action is going to be punch the Whippoorwill. I've got 5, 6, 7, -1 is 6 on a 2. 6 on a 2. Cultist, -1, -3 instead if there's 10 or more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 10. So it is a -3,
Still
but
a
it
pass.
doesn't matter. It's still a pass. All right, Whippoorwill is dead. I'm not going to exhaust Greta. I am going to exhaust my boxing gloves to search the top 6 of my deck and get a spirit. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. So that's a tactic, that's a tactic. That is a tactic, so I can't get those. That's a talent. So which one do I want? This one. Okay, shuffle my deck. That was action the second, because I had to engage, because of aloof. Then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I guess I just... What do I want to do? You know what? Fast, play after you defeat an enemy, draw 2 cards. I was debating doing that because I know that my other weakness is in here and it's another monster. And I don't really want to draw him, but there's more cards. So, 1, 2. God damn it. He's a 2/3/3. Hunter. When Tommy Malloy would take any amount of damage, reduce that damage to 1. So I've got to punch him 3 times. That's a pain in the ass. Well, I guess I might as well start punching him now. Action the third is going to be, and I might as well not.
Well, because he's going to move.
He's going to move. That's fine.
Okay.
I've got a little bit of soak. All right, I'm punching Tommy Malloy. 1, 2, 7 on a 2. -4. That's a success. Damage. All right, that's the end of my turn. Monsters go. Tommy punches me. Oh, sorry, Greta. Actually, it's 2 hearts. Is the plus... Oh, no, I haven't taken any damage. I have not taken any damage. All right. They just chill up there. We get a card, we get flipped, we get a card, we get a resource. Both of my weaknesses are out of my deck, which is great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Solid.
What was the deck again?
It was, you're going to attach, and I'm going to test the head and discard.
Oh, I need a resource.
So this is when this agenda would advance by reaching its doom. Okay, anyway. Second doom on the sheet, it advances, which means the experiment comes in here. It's massive. I did read something that says massive enemies do not engage you. So it doesn't trigger Zoe's shit.
Oh.
Her cross and her ability. I was just reading that on, whatchamacallit, Arkham. Okay. And I get the Visions of Future Past, test head 5. For each point I fail by, discard the top card of my deck. I'm at 3. Is there any way I can commit? I guess I can commit this. But that commits for a fist, too. Yeah, I'm going to save that for a fist. Testing 3 against 5. -4. I discard the top 5 cards of my deck. There goes my another boxing gloves, a counter punch, a Dodd Gay. I would have really liked a Dodd Gay. A get over here, and my other Dodd Gay. God damn it. Oh well. We're good. We're fine. We're fine. The Dodd Gays would have helped against this, but I can tank 1 more, and Greta can tank a little bit for me too. Greta can tank almost an entire one, so I'm fine. When the enemy phase begins, he gets ready. So exhausting him doesn't do anything. He doesn't retaliate. So, like, why would you ever evade him? I guess if you had backstab or anything like
that, or you want to evade him and run away.
Oh, yeah, evade him and run away so that he doesn't attack you. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that was the Mythos phase. It's our turn now. You said you wanted to get something set up. Do you want to go first, or should I start punching him?
I'm not going to be able to come in, and I guess the question is, do
we want to search for Jazz? The top cards in Ancient Evils, if you spend your clue to discard 5, we get rid of an Ancient Evils.
So I'm going to spend one, or get one resource.
And play Shriveling. Oh, that helps. Okay.
Although my brain is not as big as I'd like it to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Do you get plus for that one, or is it just test straight up brain?
Attack uses brain instead of fist.
So 3 instead of 2.
And deals +1 damage, so...
Yeah, that could be helpful.
And then action the third.
Spend a clue to search for Jazz.
Oh, look, it's not Jazz. 2.
Oh, that's a big one.
3.
Beyond the Veil, if you couldn't tell.
4.
Come on, Jazz, where are you at? Not there.
5.
Ooh, that's a big boy. Okay. So here's the question. Do I punch, 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 or do I just punch, punch, punch? Can I take 4 hearts and 2 brain? That's the question.
So she can take the hit
2
from
hearts
Tommy
and
Malloy.
1 brain. Yeah, she can tank Tommy Malloy. Actually, I'd want her to tank this because I can put 2 hearts and 1 brain on her, and she would die. And then take 1 brain myself.
But
you can. You can when the monster attacks, he deals 2 hearts and 2 brains. When you assign it to an ally, they go on simultaneously. You just can't go in excess. Like I couldn't put the 2 brain on her because she's already got 1 brain. So I'd have to deal 2 hearts and 1 brain of this attack to her and 1 brain to myself, and then 2 hearts to myself.
Because that's not how we've played in the past.
It's not, and I looked it up.
Okay.
We were playing it wrong. We thought that you could, like
everything else in this game, we were playing it wrong.
Yeah. We thought that it was, you had to, like, the damage and the horror went on at separate times. Mm-hmm. And so once they got to the damage number, you couldn't put horror on them anymore, but that is not correct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I need to start punching. So, and this is only limit once per phase, so I can do 1 additional damage when I use a, whatchamacallit card.
Spirit?
An event card. But, let's, I'm going to fight Tommy. I don't have to use this either. So I'm going to fight Tommy with Clean Them Out. When this action begins, gain 2 resources. Yeah, I'm going to kill Tommy just so I don't have to tank a lot of shit. Okay, so Boxing Gloves is 1, 2, plus my 5 is 7 on a 2. We're punching Tommy. Tommy Malloy. Plus 1. That would have been 2 damage, but Tommy Malloy says when he would take any amount of damage, reduce that amount to 1. Okay. I am not using my reaction ability. And I'm going to clean him out again. When this action begins, gain 2 resources. And again, I'm testing 7 on a 2. 0. Tommy's dead. Why is Dr. Francis Morgan there? All right, Tommy is dead. After I defeat an enemy, exhaust Boxing Gloves to search the top 6 cards on my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my entire deck. For a spirit. And put it into your hand. Okay. By the way, my deck is only 5 cards big.
So the fact that we got both of those out.
Both of the Beyond the Veils is huge. Oh, this should have been in the discard pile a long time ago. Oh shit, I can't put damage on Greta. The Light of Agamemnon means that we have to take direct. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, then we need to punch this guy as much as possible. So, here's what happens. I'm going to... This is my third action. 1-2 punch with 5 pips on it. Fight. You automatically succeed and deal +1 damage. So here's what I do. Oh, I don't have a skill test. So I automatically succeed and deal +1 damage for this attack. He's got 2 damage on him.
Out of 13.
Out of 13. And actually, I'm going to use my ability here. When you deal damage to an enemy by an event or a fight ability on an event card, he gets another damage. So that's 3 out of 13. You may fight again. You get +3 fist and deal +2 damage for that attack. So I'm sitting at 1, 2, 7. Also, look at how many fists that commits for. 7 on a 4. How about 8 on a 4, 9 on a 4?
What about that?
Oh, but still, I'm vicious blowing.
Oh.
If the auto fail comes here, then we're really fucked. Actually, so let me only put one vicious blow.
You don't want to put your...
I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket.
haymaker basket?
Yeah. Okay. So +3, +4, +5. I'm at 10 on his 4, 11 on his 4. Motherfucker! And that's the +2 damage.
+3, you put out vicious blow.
Yeah, the vicious blow. That really fucking hurts. Well, I'm going to need your help now. The auto fail. Ugh. And that was the end of my turn. And you were done too, right?
Yep.
You searched for Jazz. Okay. Monsters go. He deals 2 damage, which I'm okay with, and 2 horror, which I'm less okay with, to me. Directly because of this motherfucking card.
Okay.
We
Draw
ready
a
up?
card.
Draw carta.
Get a resource.
Resource. I might need to punch, run away.
I mean,
But, well, no. He needs to be exhausted, because if I run away, he will kill me. If I try to run away, he will kill me.
so somebody needs to exhaust him.
Somebody needs to exhaust him. I've only got 2 feet.
So do I!
No, well, I guess I could commit these, but these cards these were going to deal the damage to him. Can I deal 10 damage to him this turn? 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I can potentially do
7.
6.
I can do 7 damage to him this turn if everything goes well. All right, Doom on the sheet. We don't know what this is.
Actually, I can't do 6 because I have to get there.
You have to get there, yeah. So you can do 4, potentially. But you're also only testing 3 on a 4 unless you have head cards to commit. What do we got? A locked door? That's fine. What do we got? Jazz Mulligan? Nope. An arcane barrier. Attached to your location. As an additional cost to move into or out of attached location, test head 4. If you are successful, discard arcane barrier. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effect of the move or discard the top 5 cards of your deck.
Do we just make a final stand?
Like down here at the Student Union? If
No.
I move... Oh,
I come in,
You come in
discard 5 cards,
and punch him?
and then, like, I shrivel, you punch.
If you come in, do you have any feat to commit to exhaust him?
I have a question mark.
I have 2 question marks, but those were also part of my damage. Like, I would not want to commit that. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just final stand. And if he kills us, he kills us.
Okay, I go first.
Well, I guess he wouldn't kill you. He would kill me.
Yeah, but I'm not going to be able to... Okay,
You've got scrying and all that stuff.
so I'm going to go first.
Okay, test head 4. If you fail, you'll have to discard 5. Which might not be bad because the Necronomicon's still in there, and that's a thin deck. You failed. Because it's +0, right?
Yep.
But you get to draw cards for tomes.
So which one happens first?
You
This happens first because I haven't resolved whether I pass or fail.
Yes. You resolve the effect of the Elder Sign before you resolve the pass or fail. Then This is if successful, discard Arcane Barrier. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effects of the move or discard the top 5 cards. Oh, that's big. Okay. Oh. So one of those 3 cards is the bad Necronomicon.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. Okay.
Oh, you know what you should have done before you moved in here? Old Book of Lord. But that's going to be too hard to retcon. You going to shrivel him twice?
I am going to shrivel him twice. Okay, so I am at
3 head. He's on a 4.
4 on 4.
5 on 4. -1. Awesome.
2 damage.
2 damage from shriveling.
If a skull is attacked, take a horror.
Okay. You also need to spend one of your things from it.
And shriveling the second.
I can't commit anything for this one,
I
unfortunately.
mean, at this point, we're not too worried about drawing a non-weakness
No.
treachery card.
So 0 or better. I wish I could help. Oh. So he's at 5. I need to do 8 damage. I don't think I can do 8 damage. But we're going to try.
Because I might be able to beat him.
Yeah, but can you can tank one of his hits?
Yeah, I can actually tank 2 of his hits.
Yep. Okay.
Not that tanking 2 of his hits is going to be helpful for...
Monster Slayer, fight. This attack deals +1 damage.
I can help somewhere.
With a Vicious Blow. I mean, I probably don't need it unless you have a Vicious Blow.
No, but if you succeed on what I commit, it would benefit me.
Oh, okay. So I'm sitting at 5, 6, 7, 8 on his 4.
Not the one I need to help with.
Oh, if I draw the Elder Sign. If I draw the Elder Sign, I can go back and get my big 1-2 punch. Oh, that'll be big. Elder Sign, if you were ever in this bag right now.
-4 or better.
Now is the time to show yourself, Elder Sign. -3. But it's successful. So the 1 damage from the fight, the 1 damage from this, the 1 damage from this, and the 1 damage from my ability is 4 total damage. So he's at 9.
Out of 13.
Out of 13. I need to deal 4 more damage, and I just don't think I can do it. Although, oh, this is when you defeat an enemy. Ugh. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, I'm just going to die and take a brain damage, unfortunately.
Go down swinging?
Yeah, so the only way is if I draw the Elder Sign. This is another Monster Slayer fight. This attack deals +1 damage. And let's see. I'm sitting at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 9 on a 4. -2. That's a success.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about this.
Oh, one of those 3 cards is the Necronomicon? He's at 11 damage. If this was more than once per phase 1, it would be extremely busted. Oh, man. If only I had Counterpunch or Dodge. I needed those Dodges is really what it was. Me discarding those 2 dodges with that, the Visions of Future Past really hurt. Really, really, really hurt. And then I'm going to fight again, and I might as well commit both of the cards in my hand to it. I'm sitting at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on his 4.
Elder Sign.
Watch the Elder Sign show up right now. Oh, I wonder if I have any fast. I wonder if I have any fast events that I could get in there. Anyway, +1. And that is only 1 damage because this is only once per phase, and I didn't use an event. So he's at 12
Still
damage.
not guarantee I'm going to kill him.
Nope. All right. That's my turn. I gave you the best chance that you have to kill him. What?
He's going to move.
He's going to move down here.
Yes.
Is that good or bad for you?
That gives me... Oh, that's not... So Necronomicon, put 3 horror on. So
It turns your... the only thing the Necronomicon does is turns your a 0 into a autofail.
right. But that'll allow me to shuffle my deck.
Yeah.
And I need brain or something to...
Something to commit, yeah. Okay. That's the end of my turn. The monsters go. He deals 2 heart and 2 brain to each of us because he's massive, so he is considered engaged with both of us. The 2 brain kills me because this card plus me getting rid of the Dod Gaze. If I had one more turn, I would have been able to kill him.
Okay.
I would have been able to kill him.
So...
But I am defeated.
I draw a card.
For your for the upkeep.
Yep.
It's not the Necronomicon.
It's not the Necronomicon.
So I wonder which one is. All right. So unfortunately I start play now with 1.
Griff?
What?
I don't have to draw my Necronomicon.
You don't? Okay. Well, I'll be the keeper of the encounter deck while you're here. So, Doom on the sheet. He moves down to the Student Union. You get a Carta.
Oh, good.
What is it?
A Whippoorwill,
Oh, okay.
which is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Arcane Barrier. Oh! Arcane Barrier. You gotta get out of there.
right. But before I do,
Oh, hold on. Okay, before you do.
I'm going to Old Book of Lore.
Okay.
I need to draw 3 cards.
You do not need to draw 3 cards. You search the top 3 cards of your deck.
Damn it. So, draw
And
the
then
first.
You miss. You don't draw when you search. You just search. If there's fewer than 3 cards, you look at what's there. But
So
it would allow you to draw it. And then when this makes you discard, although you'd have to put one of those books away, or one of those things away, the magnifying glass.
Okay.
It might not be the worst thing in the world.
Old Book of Lore.
Okay.
Oh, look,
Searching
the
the top
Necronomicon.
3, the Necronomicon
I'm not putting any of those on me.
on you.
Fuck
Correct.
that.
Okay. Now, your second action, or your first action, because that was a free tome.
Right. I'm going to leave.
All right, leaving down to the Student Union, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay. As an additional cost to move into or out of an attached location, test head 4. If successful, discard it. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effects of the move or discard the top 5 cards of your deck.
I have nothing I can commit.
Okay.
I'm at a +1 only.
+1 only. That's fine. You want to fail this. So. Okay, you failed it. So now you need to discard the top 5 cards of your deck.
I take,
You take a horror and a shuffle.
so that is 6, which still allows me to take a hit from him.
Yes. As long as you don't take any other damage.
Welcome to this game, Riff.
I don't know if we've ever let the experiment get to the dormitories. That might be interesting.
All the students die.
Right.
So I need to discard the top 5 cards.
Yep.
Fleshlight.
No!
Guts.
That hurts.
Hyper awareness. Drawn to the flame.
That was also a head commit. That's
The
good.
thing that follows. So that was 5 cards. So
That was your first action,
action.
was to move out.
But if I draw anything, he's going to have an attack.
You might as well just attack him. Do you have any heads to commit?
No.
Yeah, well then what you should have done was drawn cards before you moved out. You could have drawn a card, which would have shuffled it back, and then gotten out, which would have discarded. He's aloof, yeah.
The card that I would have...
You would have drawn the fleshlight.
Yeah. So one way or the other, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, this gives you two more... It gives you 2 tries to shriveling him.
Because I'll still get... I will still survive this attack.
You have to get rid of your magnifying glass. Oh no.
But
I guess technically that should have been in your... It should have been in your discard when you shuffled it into your deck, because you got rid of it when you drew the Necronomicon.
Shriveling the first.
You're sitting at 3 on 4. -1.
Shriveling the second, action the third.
Although, if you use up all your shrivelings now... Okay, yeah.
I mean, what else do I do? I can't do anything else.
No, you're right.
Other than try to
Although
evade.
Whippoorwill's going to come down and give you bad shit. So, let's hope you kill him now. What really hurt was my weakness enemy showing up.
Nope.
All right.
Okay, we can probably speed this up a little bit.
So monsters go, the Whippoorwill moves in here on you. The experiment deals 2 hearts and 2 brains to you.
Which I still survive.
Doom on the sheet.
Draw a card.
You get Offer of Power. You must either draw 2 cards and place 2 Doom on the current agenda, which would move him down to the dormitories, or take 2 Horror, which would kill you.
I guess it doesn't matter one or the other.
Yeah, he's getting...
Except I'm moving him to the dormitories
so that you don't take the
that
trauma.
trauma.
Yep, okay. So you are drawing 2 cards, technically, and adding 2 Doom to the track, which causes it to advance. When it advances, he moves... God, he had 12 out of 13 HP. 12 out of 13 damage on him. Okay, and then if the experiment enters the dormitories, advance. This is the first time we've read the back of this card, because this is the first time this has happened. Not fast enough! Before you are able to act, you hear screaming from the northern side of the campus. You begin to make your way toward the screaming, your vision darkening with each step. As soon as the creature enters sight, you feel the darkness overtake you, and a force pulls you out of consciousness. Everything goes black and you pass out. Each investigator immediately takes 3 horror, so you take the trauma anyway.
No!
I mean,
it's mental trauma, so...
And then proceed to R4. Resolution 4. Those are usually the bad ones. The big numbers.
You did.
Yeah.
Try again.
We lose. Game over. I was like, that's the fastest Dunwich campaign I've ever played. All right, resolution 4. Oh, God. We're not going to get Armitage either.
Of course not.
Okay, you awaken hours later, exhausted and injured. So you're going to get a mental trauma, and I'm going to mental trauma. You awaken hours later, exhausted and injured. You're not sure what you saw, but the sight of it filled your mind with terror. From other survivors, you learned that a, quote, rabid dog of some sort found its way into the university dormitories. The creature attacked the students inside, and many were mauled or killed in the attack. In your campaign log, record that the investigators were unconscious for several hours. Unconscious for several hours. In your campaign log, record that Professor Warren Rice was kidnapped. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory value X of each card in the victory display. 1, 2. That's it. 2 experience. That means you get 3. In your campaign log, record that the investigators failed to save the students. Add a tablet token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign.
We.
Tablet token. If this is the first scenario, no, you are haunted by guilt. Add the tablet token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. If this is the first scenario of the campaign, advance to 1B, the house always wins. Otherwise, proceed to interlude 1, Armitage's Fate. Are we going to do one more scenario tonight? It's 9:30.
I don't know.